Wow, you clicked on this video because you wanted to know how to cheese in PvP? What kind of person are you? Just kidding. You kind of need this build to even compete in PvP as of right now. So let's go through it, let's break it down, and let's help you join the meta just like everybody else. As you all know, we are in ability central. Ever since Edge of Fate has released, abilities have become the #1 used thing in PvP, in trials, in comp, and anything you could think of PvP related in Destiny 2. It's not really great, but that's okay. We're going to help you build into it so you can at least compete against everybody else. The build we're going over today is the lightweight solar subclass build, which essentially is going to give you a knife the entirety of the time you're in a PvP match. Let's go over what we're going to run with abilities, aspects, and fragments, and then as well as the super. Starting off with abilities, you're going to need Gambler's Dodge. Since Edge of Fate launched, Gambler's Dodge now allows you to activate your class ability and essentially get back your melee energy. As long as you have a minimum of 70 melee, every time you activate the Gambler's Dodge, you're going to essentially give yourself a full charge of the lightweight knife. Now, because you are running the lightweight knife, you're going to be able to hold 2 charges of it. So no matter what, you're always going to have a knife up. You can hold 2 if you happen to be able to create 2 with enough energy that you have and continuously cycle through it while you're playing PvP. I personally run triple jump. People like strafe jump. It's whatever you enjoy. I like triple jump. I run a trip mine grenade just because it helps in cutting off corners in trials. Everything's like a lane in the hallway, so it helps a ton there. Plus, it's kind of fun to unicorn people and just either get that insta pick or just do a ton of damage to anyone in the area. Other recommendations, I would probably run like a restoration grenade just to help you get your health back and get back into fights and things like that. The 2 aspects that we're running is on your mark and knock them down. These 2 aspects just help a ton with everything as a whole. Also helps with your subclass. It also helps you become like radiant with your throwing knife, and then once you get a pick with that throwing knife, you're gonna get it fully refunded, which is a really big part to this entire build. Now let's go over fragments. Now the fragments I have, it's a mix of ones that you kind of need to have and some that you use to kind of perfect your build in terms of stats. So one that I really do and like, but it also helps my stats, is Ember of Mercy. So what that means, anytime you revive an ally, you and anyone nearby that res is going to get restoration proc. Plus you get a 10 health boost. That helps a ton, especially and specifically to trials. Ember of Torches. Ember of Torches is one I think you absolutely need to have, because that means anytime you hit anyone with a knife, you're going to become radiant, which is going to boost up literally everything: your time to kill, the damage you're outputting, and the way your abilities regen. Ember of Solace. Now this isn't something you need to have, but something I strongly recommend. It's going to have your radiant last longer, and even with the very first fragment that we put up, it's going to allow that restoration to last longer, something that I'm not very good at. The other one I'm running is Ember of Searing. It doesn't really do anything for you, but it's going to help me with my stats and give me that +10 class. And also Ember of Benevolence. It is going to reduce your grenade, but grenade isn't the very big factor into this build as a whole. But what it's going to do is whenever you apply restoration, aka you get a revive, or you activate radiant by hitting someone with a knife, allies, it grants increased grenade, melee, and class ability regeneration for a short time. So this is going to help a ton, because you're obviously going to be proccing this quite a bit and super often, because you are focusing on the lightweight knives, so you're activating radiant all the time, and if you're getting revives and trials, you're also activating restoration. So it's going to help you just make sure you get your abilities a little bit quicker as a whole. Now in terms of super, you can really run whatever you want. If you guys didn't know, as of right now, all the supers are on the same uptime. So you can run Blade Barrage, Golden Gun, Marksman, or Deadshot. It's going to come up the same time. The timing is all based on your super stat. So as long as you're running 100 in your super stat, you're going to get your super. It just depends which ones you want. I prefer Blade Barrage because you can shut down super so quickly. It's an easy one-off. You don't have to worry about it, such as running like any Golden Gun. You're going to have to take your time. You're going to have to find people while they're hiding. You have to hope you don't get counterpicked. Barrage just helps as a very quick one-off and almost a guaranteed pick. But now let's go ahead and go over the stats that you want to run with this build, right? Health is a really big factor. A lot of people don't know that. My recommendation is minimum 130 health. I run 150 minimum for me. I'm really big on getting back into the fight as quickly as I can, so I don't have to waste time trying to hide, waste time for my health to regen. This allows me to get back in, and it also means like I'm not randomly going to take an X amount of damage and it's going to hurt that much more. But it also means I won't fall victim to a ton of the niche loadouts, such as the 183 tap or like the 2 burst pulse. If they happen to be not super consistent with the headshots, you can avoid a lot of those things by having a higher health stat. So it kind of helps in that area as well. I have my exactly 70 melee stat. Perfect. You can get more. You don't need more at all. You just do not want less. I have 37 grenade. Grenade is really irrelevant to me. I get it based on what I have on my cloak. And I also have it based on when I become radiant, it's going to reduce that time. Not too worried about it. Everything else is way more important to me than my grenade stat, such as my super stat, which is 100, which guarantees no matter what, if it happens to be a longer match or just, you know, like a 4-4, 3-5 match of trials, I'm going to get my super and I'm going to make up that difference difference and just guarantee that I have a super for my team or I have a super to shut down the other team. My class is at 103. I didn't mean for it to be over, but you only need the 100 class, and it's just going to make sure you can get your dodge as quickly as you can to make sure you can always guarantee you have a knife on you to make this build work. And a lot of you do not know this, but your weapon stat does not matter in PvP unless you're going for a niche build that changes the TTK of a weapon. It's very rare right now, but one of the two weapons, such as that being last Thursday, if you have a super high weapon stat, you can make it 2 bursts, but you sacrifice so much of your build. Just like the 180 hand cannon 3-tap with a super high weapon stat, you once again can make it a 3-tap instead of a 4-tap to the head, once again sacrificing the entirety of your stats to make that niche build work. But if you're not running a weapon that changes on TTK on a higher weapon stat, your weapon stat realistically does not matter in PvP as a whole. Remember that. Don't forget that. If anyone tells you otherwise, send them to this video because they are wrong. Now, why am I telling you to run the lightweight knife? Why not run the weighted? Why not do a bouncy knife build? Well, you can 2-tap and have unlimited knives throughout the entirety of a PvP match. All thanks to, I don't know how to say it, the Aurora's neutralizer. That's the best you're getting. I'm not saying it again. It sounds like the thing they have in Men in Black when they want to erase your memories and Will Smith pulls it up. It's like, and then boom, you forget. It's what it sounds like. But thanks to this weapon being as good as it is, you can essentially tap somebody. You don't need to do perfect damage, but if you tap somebody and all the pellets hit and then you hit him with your lightweight throwing knife, you are guaranteed to get that pick each and every time. And because you get that pick, your knife gets refunded right back to you because of the build we just did, giving you the ability to essentially 2-tap anybody you come across consistently for the entirety of a match. If you're able to follow that combo, you can do it the whole time and 2-tap every single person that is in your lobby thanks to this weapon and thanks to the lightweight knife build, which is kind of insane. Now, if for whatever reason you miss some knives, you don't hit the perfect tap with your neutralizer, they just happen to survive because they have a super high health stat and you hit every pellet with it, you're going to want to pair it probably with a graviton spike or even a forgiveness, anything that's going to help you or make you feel comfortable using it from medium range. Graviton spike is a very OP hand cannon right now. I don't see it getting nerfed in the near future. I don't even see this build getting nerfed in the near future, but having that to cover you for range and then just get some extra pickups for whatever reason, like you're waiting for your knife to come back or you just can't, bridge the gap with your neutralizer, that and forgiveness, those are gonna be 2 weapons that are gonna help you reign supreme in PvP with this loadout. You're never gonna have to worry about someone getting too close to you not being able to do anything because of your neutralizer, because of forgiveness, because of graviton spike, because all the unlimited knives you'll be throwing. You won't have to worry about someone pushing you or anything like that. You can even deal with those pesky arc striders that want to go ahead and just throw the Tempest Strike over and over and over. One, you can tank a Tempest Strike because you are running a high health stat, and by the time they're out of the animation, you're able to hit the tap of the knife before they even finish it. So don't ever be afraid while you're at full health to challenge a Tempest Strike user with this loadout because you are guaranteed to walk away from that fight as a winner as long as you do the combo perfectly. Now, controller players, some of y'all might think this combo is a little hard, but there is some hidden tech that you might not know about. Go ahead and head over to settings, go to controller, go to custom. Mine's already set up so it's going to look different, but you're going to see something here called auto melee. Go ahead and unbind that. You don't need it whatsoever, and change your charged melee to the exact same thing as your uncharged melee. This is going to prioritize your charged melee every time you go to hit your melee, and whenever you just don't happen to have a charged knife, it will go ahead and do the auto melee. This is going to make sure that even though however many dudes are inside of you, it's going to throw that throwing knife and not do the basic melee attack, which means you're going to do the massive amount of damage up close with your charged melee and not accidentally lose a fight and mess up the combo because your knife didn't come out. Don't forget this, controller players. This is how you're going to succeed in every single engagement. Now, the exotic I like to pair with this, once again, you can run any exotic you want. I prefer Stompies because I like the speed. I like being able to jump. I'd be able to have all that turn speed, the slide speed. Stompies is just something I enjoy using. There's a lot of other options. You can pair this with anything that buffs your grenade. Another big one, if you're trying to run graviton spike with it, would be Lucky Pants. You're going to have instant fast hot swaps. Realistically, you can run any exotic you'd like to pair with this loadout. I just prefer Stompies. It's my favorite PvP exotic, mobility exotic, and always will be. So that's why I pair it with this. Now, if anyone asks where you got this build, don't tell them. Don't tell them. Okay, this build is already everywhere. There's still people that don't know about this build, and I'm afraid if everyone runs this in PvP, I would be scared. I'm scared now when I run into it, and to be fair, I only run into it like 1 every 5 matches. I'm usually the one causing the mayhem, thank goodness, but I'm afraid soon every single solar hunter will be running this subclass if it isn't nerfed, and we'll never see another weapon fired in PvP PvP, we're just gonna hear throwing knives everywhere. That's all you're gonna hear, just throwing knives. Twing, twing, twing. It's gonna haunt your nightmares because it already haunts mine and I'm the one throwing them. So don't tell anyone that I showed you this build. You can tell them to head over to twitch.tv/Knitehawk and they can watch me use it. Just don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Thank you. But if you do decide to try this build, let me know in the comment section below how it's working for you or even how you thought of ways to improve it. Let me know. I hope this build allows y'all to at least feel like you're able to compete now in PvP with everyone else who's been gatekeeping this build and not sharing it. And I hope you can at least find a little enjoyment in PvP as a whole. If you guys enjoyed the build, hope you have a wonderful day. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.